Hi, Dave Flood here again with We Value Teens. And I want to talk about something that you wouldn't even think of, right? Tables. This is a nice little table. It's 40 inches across. It's round. We have booths over here on the wall. They're not very large. I see my thing is not working very well. Let's try that again. We have booths over here on the wall. These have taken us years to realize are necessary parts of what we do at the Teen Center. Now, your young people might be different, your community might be different, but we found that large tables do not work. Kids won't sit at them. It spreads out too far. They want to be in a close-knit group. They love the booths. The booths are full every night we're here. They love sitting. They'll crowd in. They'll pull up another chair, and they'll pull up chairs in front of it, and so that there's chairs all around the booth. And so pretty soon, this is its own little hub of activity. And this one here will be its own little hub of activity. Or they will grab chairs from the other tables and put them around this table. And pretty soon this table has all these chairs and people even stacked up behind here because young people want to be crowded, at least here. They want to be crowded. They want to be together. And so as you think of how you're going to lay out a teen center, please be cognizant of how they are going to want to feel. They don't want to be spread out. They don't, for the most part, want to be isolated. If they isolate themselves as a group, it's not as individuals. And there are rare occasions, and you'll get to know those kids better, because some kids do want to just be alone, but most of them do not. But get to know your kids, because some do and some don't. The vast majority don't. And so structure it in such a way that it's conducive to how the teens in your area want to interact with each other. Because I'm here to tell you, the most important thing we can do is to create a relational environment so that they are comfortable talking with one another, being with one another, and they feel safe and secure in that place. Now, we have a counter. I'm going to move this right here. It is 40 lineal feet from the back. It's a horseshoe shape, like a U. It goes around and it goes to the other side. We learned at our former location, we've been to 3 locations here. This is our final one. We've actually purchased this property in 2015. And we've been doing this for 33 years. So we've learned a lot about our local youth. But they were changing. So even what we've learned about our local youth, even that is changing. So we need to be abreast and up on all the current trends. Teens like to sit at the counter and talk to us. You'd be surprised at how many young people want to talk to an adult. They like hanging out with each other. But you're going to have kids up here who are going to want to be here talking to you. And it's important that we provide a space for them to do that. And by having 40 lineal feet, we're able to accomplish that. Because if we have 2 or 3 volunteers, and my wife always draws a certain set of girls that want to talk to her, and they'll talk to her all night long if she will stay there, and she will, of course. My point is that young people are seeking us out. Not all of them are trying to run from adults. Some of them want adults very much to be in their lives. They need a second home. They need a second set of ears to listen to what they're going through. And so I want to be that. And we want our volunteers to be that. So when we pick volunteers, volunteers can be behind the scenes. Volunteers can be behind the counter that just serves, soda from a can or treats from behind the counter, whatever that is. But some volunteers need to be very good at ministering or reaching out or relating to young people. Some are good and some are not. And if you know you've got a great volunteer and they're not good with young people, don't let them around young people. It will destroy what you're trying to do. Because some people are they're angry. Some volunteers are angry. Some teens are angry. Some teens are very vulnerable. Some volunteers are very opinionated. And when you get those groups together, it is not always a good mix. So you need to know when to step in and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you go grab a soda over there for somebody and I'll talk to this person for a little while. You need to be able to know when to do that. So who's ever leading your organization needs to be able to know the gifts and the strengths of all those involved, but also then someone who's able to understand the temperaments of the youth that you're serving, because it makes a difference. It will make or break whether you're successful and teens want to come there. Now, many teens will still come and play the games, but they will never want to talk to you. They will never interact with you because we're not safe. And if we're not safe, then we failed at our mission. It's not just to provide games and fun, it's to help these young people to grow into healthy adults. And so we take placing value on teens very seriously. It is our mission. And so it's more than just babysitting or just chaperoning. It's becoming involved in their lives. And I want to help you to do that if that's what you feel you're called to be, is involved in people's lives through relationalism. And we've written a book, which we'll talk about later. And this is not to push a book. It's so much we've learned about relational connection with people, especially young people. Some do's, some don't do's, but mainly just how to do it well so that young people actually believe that you care. And that's the whole thrust of what we do. Do they believe that we care? And I'll leave you with that and look forward to the next video.